gosh, it was so beautiful. I mean, it's hard to describe. All black, sort of weirdly romantic and gothic, and it was gorgeous. The thing about those clothes, he always loves the waist. You know, there's always a waist. There's always a woman in there. Even though he's experimenting with volume, the woman never gets lost in it.
Tomas is a really great creator. He always likes to push the envelope, but he does so in such a subtle way. Tomas always has had such a great understanding of cut and a real understanding of the power of silhouette. Always his proportions are so well considered, and he puts something together which, though looks very strong, but also has a really poetic spirit. There's often an underlining femininity, but to the ruffles. I thought it was very much a modern classic.
I thought it was so interesting. There was so much experimenting with fabric, and not just with the way he cut it and draped it, but also in the construction of it. He told me backstage that some of the cottons actually had copper in it, which made it more sculptural. And then he treated some with water, which added to the texture. I liked the way that he combined that very feminine feel with the leather straps. I thought it made a nice sort of counterpoint and gave it a little bit of an edge. The really interesting thing is that he said he was inspired by a trip to the Met in New York to see the Fashion and Impressionism exhibit, which, you know, isn't obvious looking at those clothes. So I think that's the mark of a really, really powerful designer, to take something from the late 19th century and reinterpret it in ways that feel very, very new.
Bottega Veneta today was quite different from usually was. I think it was more experimental in a certain way, and I understand that a designer needs sometimes to skip from his track to find maybe some new elements, some new inspiration, and he has a very feminine touch, and he keeps it. It's what's about today's makes the difference in fashion. If you don't have the quality, if you don't have this kind of fabric, this kind of even craftsmanship, everything looks alike.
The craftsmanship of that collection was really stand out, and I think those pieces are pieces that are not only exquisitely beautiful but will be so appreciated in many years to come.